faucet up, drained. Didn't plan on losing my heart tonight, but on that greasy rooftop it all felt right. On the roof of the Waffle House, love gets loud. While Dixon's in the kitchen, we escape the crowd. He might motorboat me like a big old beast, but Lord have mercy, he smells like yeast. Might not be forever, might not be clean, but on that rooftop, I'm his queen. Don't wear pride, we climb that ladder just to let it ride. No white picket fence, no wedding ring, but the way you touch me makes the rafters sing. On the roof of the Waffle House, love gets wild. While Dixon's in the kitchen, we escape the crowd. He might motorboat me like a big old beast, but Lord have mercy, he smells like yeast. Might not be forever, might not be clean, but up on that rooftop, I'm his queen. Dentures, I don't wear pride. We climb that ladder just to let it ride. No white picket fence, no wedding ring, but the way you touch me makes the rafters sing. Oh, leave the minivan, leave the 9 to 5, hop in your Beetle, let's feel alive. With Dixon, fried bacon and a jukebox on, we found the kind of love you don't feel wrong. On the roof of the Waffle House, love gets wild. I'll do broken hearts, lost but proud. But tonight on this rooftop, he's my feast, my wreck, my home, my break routine. But on that dirty rooftop, I'm his queen. I'm his queen.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what if any you might be. And in a disturbing news, I have heard that someone has dumped a dead body outside of a Waffle House. Everyone knows the rule: banging at the Waffle House, disposing at the train track. Come on, people, it's not that hard. You know how we do it in Atlanta. You don't leave your bodies where you bang. The smell alone can take the smacksiness out of a night on the Waffle House roof if you go dumping your bodies around there. So be considerate. Think of other people's libido. If you want to get rid of it, train tracks. This is not criminal advice. But good morning to all of you who are not watching the Donna Adelson case, and you need somewhere to hang as well. So I thought I'll do a little bit. And I don't know if y'all have seen what was quite a disturbing video, and I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to show it because it gets a little heated. Do you know Rampage Jackson, the former UFC fighter turned, well, I think he's an actor now. Don't say dump the evidence. Say my friend needs to go camping. But if you know Rampage Jackson, he's a big old guy from he was one of the guys who helped set the UFC on the map. And what happened yesterday seems to be, first of all, a big misunderstanding, and second of all, someone who should be charged, because what he did seems absolutely crazy. I'm probably gonna get struck for this, but hey.
X Pro Wrestling Academy off of Link.
So he goes into a match and body slams this guy. I'll just try and go back. Notice when he falls, he slams his head and his arms goes limp instantly. I'm not a medical professional, but to me that looks like he is instantly knocked out. There's no way. Oh, they don't show the full attack. Good. Then I probably won't get this removed. But as you can see, he walks into a wrestling ring, picks up a guy, body slams him in a really bad way, and jumps on him and wails on this guy. I believe I counted 20 punches to an undefended face of this guy called Psycho Stu. It's wrestling. And there was a lot of, the first thing was, oh, a fan just jumped into a ring and started attacking a wrestler. If we watch the video to the end, you'll see him keep pummeling this guy, and the judge is kind of like, should I do something, or the referee? And then in the end, someone finally jumps in and gets him off. That's because it was kind of in wrestling, you have what's called a work. A work is something that's planned. So they have someone in the front row. This guy will get up and jump on the ring and say, "Hey, you want to go?" And they'll happen. One of the big, well-known one is Santino Morello with the Cobra, who got picked out of the ring in Italy. But in reality, he's just a plant in the crowd, someone who can wrestle. They have a planned spot. He'll go up. He'll do something. Apparently, this was a work. It was supposed to, something should have happened between these two guys. Psycho Stu apparently walked up to this guy who was streaming before the match and hit him in the head with what people say is a gimmicked can. Gimmick is another thing in wrestling vernacular for something that's been fixed to break. So if I gimmick this can, it'll break way easier, so you don't get hurt. Or you'll put sugar glass in instead of real glass, so you can throw people through glass and it'll feel real or look real, but it's not real. So that's what people said happened. But apparently, Psycho Stu was told he's not a worker. A worker is someone who is a wrestler. So he didn't know when he hit him in the head. He thought he was in on it, that they were doing a promo for the game to try and get people hyped, so they could use it to build to this interaction between them later in the ring. That's why he walked up, punched him in the head. He then says, "I'm sorry. I thought this was a work. I thought you knew what this was." And he accepts it because someone says, "Well, you can get him back in the ring later." There's a thing in wrestling where you get receipts. You get receipts if you're a little too rough, for instance. You don't pull your punches when you punch someone. They will potato you. They'll leave a mark on you to say, "Hey, stop it." Because again, these people put their body on the line. It's fake, but gravity is real. So whenever they get punched, it'll do damage if you don't pull your punches. That's why they do the punch stomp, punch stomp, punch stomp. So it sounds worse than it is, but they'll do all because none of them would have had teeth or brains if they got punched like that every single night, thrown off the ring every single night. But this guy is an MMA fighter, and he doesn't know the ropes of the business. So apparently he's still so mad when he jumps in. He's thinking, "Yeah, I'm fucking gonna get revenge." and he punches him repeatedly, an unconscious man, 20 times. Psycho Stu is in the hospital. He lost teeth. He was gagging on his own blood. And this young man, apparently just because he was streaming the whole time, kept talking about how he was he didn't like people calling him a B word. He says he was escorted from the venue after, but did not stop his stream and refused to show any real remorse of his action. I'm tired of MFers playing with me, bro. Real shit, he said. And I'm tired of everyone effing playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit, calling me a B and shit. I'm not no effing beard, bro. At the end of the day, I'm going to stand up for my effing self because I'm tired of everybody effing playing with me. Real shit. So that doesn't show a lot of remorse for what he just did. He injured a man very badly. He injured him so badly, he went to the hospital, where he's still at the hospital as far as I know. And I hope the LAPD, it says they have opened an investigation, and I hope something happens to this guy, because there's a thing. One of the best things they can say about wrestlers is that they are safe, because you can do a lot of shit to people that looks bad but is good. Oh, well, not good. It'll still hurt, but it'll look way worse than it is, and it's still safe. And people like to work with someone who's safe. A man like The Undertaker, that everyone knows, is known as a real safe worker who will take care of you. This guy showed no remorse. One of the things when you do like the body slam, you'll make sure that you'll hit them so they can flat back bump. This guy, he didn't take care of him on the way down, so he slammed his head, went instantly unconscious, and then he jumped him. And I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but repeatedly punching an unconscious man in the face, it has to be at least aggravated assault, because you could have killed the motherfucker. You can give him permanent brain damage. And he's an MMA fighter. He knows the damage. Apparently his dad have made a statement saying, well, he had a concussion last week. I'm not defending him, but hey, he should never have done anything. Well, this guy did it. And that's, yeah. Yeah, when he's told on the phone that he flatlined him, yeah, well, my bad. Yeah, go F yourself. Well, his dad is one of the most famous MMA fighters, and he's not that famous. So it could be some of that, maybe. You have to have strength and knowledge. Again, it's really easy to become a wrestler. You can just turn up at a wrestling event and say, I'll take a dump. They will hurt you. Back in the days, they were known to run people out of the business, back when they still protected the business as not being a scripted match. So they would hurt people. There's people who are famous for hurting people. There's New Jack, who stabbed a guy. Another one who called the Blue Meanie, who got beat up by a guy called JBL because, well, he felt he owed him that. But this is way over the line. Well, stabbing someone probably isn't the nicest feeling as well. But this guy, it seems like it's a misunderstanding, and then he just takes the shit out on him. And that's really bad. Oh, he was bleeding from... I haven't seen that anywhere. If he's bleeding from both ears, yeah, that's a really bad news. It was absolutely criminal. Yeah, the instant the guy... When he flops his arms and he punches him the first time and he doesn't come up, He should be trained as an MMA fighter to never do it again. And again, it's a work. Just go in there, push him around a bit, slam him, and he'll be knocked out, and you'll stand up and say, "I'm the greatest." That's what you do in a wrestling game. You don't do this. This was in California. Listen, Turtle. Well, there's nothing on severe brain damage, but he did go to the hospital, and he's still in the hospital. He lost several teeth and was choking on blood. So yeah. Or the Blue Cyclone. I never heard about the Blue Cyclone. And he's also a trained MMA fighter himself, so he knows the game. Well, someone's doing good. His brother tweeted that he's stable and in the ICU. Between the lines, he's not awake. And again, because you would have expected, if someone brings in a name like that, they bring these in. This is a small indie promotion. They bring in a guy like Rampage Jackson's son to try and kind of hype it so they can get more viewers. But you will smarten them up. They will say, okay, we want you to have a confrontation with Psycho. Can you, we're thinking when he comes to the ring, you'll stand up and he'll punch you, push you a little bit, and you'll sit down. And then at some point, he'll yell at you. You'll come in, push him, body slam him, and he's out for the count, and you're victorious. Can we do this? Sure. You'll smarten them up. And then if you tell his opponent, okay, this guy's the guy you're going to go in there, and he's thinking, okay, let me go over there and start some heat, because there's a lot of people. He was being filmed the entire time. They were live streaming. So, okay, let's go over and start some heat by smacking him in the head with a gimmick can. So people online thinks, oh my God, this is bad. But if you don't smarten them up, so he thinks, what the hell, this guy just assaulted me. That's also a thing. If you bring in these amateurs, you need to smarten them up, especially if it's someone who clearly has a very, very low threshold for getting revenge. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I saw they didn't have a GoFundMe page for him, so people didn't start contributing before they had an official one. But if Mr. Beast is one covering, that's cool, because it's probably going to be a tad bit expensive to get out of this. And what people don't understand is most of the wrestlers on this level, they don't make much. They make $50 for a night or $100 to put their body on the line, and they need to make it. Getting to the WWE is when you're gonna get it the best, because at that level you don't have to do all the crazy stuff. You don't have to be hit with barbed wire. You don't have to be beaten with light tubes. You know, the big light for overhead lighting. You don't have to do all that. All that shit is stuff you have to do when you're trying to build a name on the indies, so the big promotions will hear, oh, there's this guy out in California. Let's go give him a look. He can work with some of the guys we have up here. But they don't get paid down there. They just do it for the opportunity to get maybe gas coverage and $50 in their pocket. So imagine, and this guy is a former Marine. I bet you he doesn't have a lot of money. So this can potentially end his life in multiple ways. Yeah, this is why WWE have their training center. So people didn't have, but they will still have people on the indies that, okay, we need them to come in and learn how to wrestle WWE style. But the indies is really bad, and it's really badly paid. So if you have an indie promotion coming through your time, maybe go support them a bit. Buy a t-shirt. No, I'm not saying it's fake. I say gravity is real. Yes, Mick Foley is one of the people who is known for doing way too crazy stuff, and he's paying for it. He can't hardly walk today because he did all those bumps to the concrete floor, and he's probably severely concussed and has some mental issues as well because of all of these concussions. And the man lost half his ear and half his teeth. That's it's a rough business, and it's not a business. A lot of people, you have your John Cena's, you Hulk Hogan's, but there's a lot of people who are just curtain jerkers, and they'll make a living, but it's their body. I believe Hulk Hogan always told, but Hulk Hogan was famously a liar for about most of the things, that he lost 2 inches because he had his finishing move was a big leg drop where he jumped up, landed on his butt. Because of the compressions of his spine, he lost 2 inches height. So it's not a fun job. And then have someone who does this to you. Macho Man was absolutely insane and high, well, not high, and blasted his mind out of cocaine. But he was a great pomo. Oh, yeah. Oh, he used it for help with his PTSD. Yeah, well, that's probably gonna get some more PTSD now. So good to see Baker has followed Valhalla's footstep. Now he's a true crime streamer. Very brave way to come out of the closet. I've been a true crimer more than any of my friends for the longest time. I cover everything. You know this, Zach. You should have. Well, you should know this, but I know at your age, dementia sadly is a problem. Or the Von Erich family is that's a horrible story as well. Self-deletion and overdoses en masse. That's a sad story. That family. Mick is very intelligent. He is. He written 1 good book and 3 really bad books. I read all of them, but he has a really great mind for the business. And that was the only 2 inches I had. Yeah, he was. He owns TNA now, I think, or did he buy? He was around TNA, and then did he buy that, or did he buy something else? Yes, Kane is actually the mayor where the expert lives, and I'm mad at the White Rabbit because she hasn't set up a meeting. I don't know why she should be able to, but I'm coming all the way from Denmark. The least she could do is make me meet Kane. Yeah, but he's a politician now. I'm just going to see if I can take him. I think me and Valhalla could tag team him because we have our own tag team song. If I can remember where it is. Maybe I deleted it. I think I deleted me and Valhalla's. No. Damn it. No. No.
Don't talk, we hit first. Step in the ring, you'll leave in a hearse. No prayers, no kings, no gods. Just pray from the baked goat's odds. God's got fire, fakers got rage. We built this war, so we own the cage. Talk all you want, you'll still get smoked. We're facing the real, we never provoked. 8 quits, let the hammer fall.
I think if there is a Dollywood 3.0, me and Valhalla against the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker. Set it up. I'm ready. We're going to get beaten by 2 geriatric men, but it'll be fun. Congratulations, Christian Rasmussen at Milwaukee. I don't know what that's about. Is it a sport? No, nothing so far, but the police have opened up an investigation. That's all the news that is so far. So we don't know anything else. It would be so cool to meet Kane. That's why the White Rabbit, I don't know why she won't let me meet him. I think me and Kane could hit it off. Yeah, and he will still go out and do it for kids and stuff like that. He used to own TNA, but isn't I think he's with AEW now. I don't watch it anymore. Yes, I went through the wrestling parts. Yeah, the Undertaker it's actually quite good. Stone Cold has a good podcast as well if you like those things. What's my finishing move? It's put it in the oven. That's me making a pump handle slam from behind with an extra little push from the tush. Hey, Tom Gillis. No, we'll save the kangaroo fight till later. Yeah, that was a horrible one as well. And apparently Owen Hart was a really good guy behind the scenes. He was a really fun guy. It could be that they're waiting because then they don't have to up the charges. But it's just imagine. I think the kid is 22 years old. You go in there and you're so full of piss and vinegar that you maybe injure a person for life because don't treat me like a bitch. Well, don't be in the fighting game if you have such thin skin. Because you can never go back to MMA now. Everyone knows they can push your buttons. You will lose your head. And a lot of people don't understand this, but there's a lot of mental games in fighting. And if you can get someone to be too much in his head, thinking about, oh man, I'm gonna, you can get him. And this kid, he showed he has no business in the fighting business. He's mentally weak, and you need to be very, very, very strong mentally to be a fighter. Mike Tyson said it when he was like, I never said hello to anyone. If a journalist or anyone, when I was getting ready for a fight, came up to me and said, "Hey, Mike, great guy, great fight, blah blah blah," never recognized him. I wanted them to believe I hated them because then they wouldn't come to me, and I could train and they wouldn't interfere with my training. There's a lot of mental games put into all of this fighting business. We're going to take on the Brothers of Destruction. I'm going to come in with the hot tag. You're going to get the beat down to begin with. Guy I used to work with was a pro wrestler. Used to see him on Saturday mornings playing the heel. On Saturday, I put wrestling on, and he was wrestling Doink the Clown. Oh, Doink the Clown was my favorite when I was I was actually a big fan of Bastian Booker, and I recently found out that apparently was a rip from Vince because that guy who was Bastian Booker couldn't stop eating and just got fatter and fatter. But Doink the Clown was a great heel. For a 41-year-old, he moves with speed and grace. Can't be weak either. No, but physicality will only take you this far. It's kind of like when Eddie Hall lifted 500 kilos, where he said, I had to do things to my own brain mentally where I had to make these pictures because I needed that rate to lift that much. And I will never, ever tell anyone what I was thinking of because it was horrible, horrible, horrible things that I had to imagine. That's why a lot of these pro players these days, they'll have sports psychologists with them because they needed to keep their focus. They can't get too much in their head. You see it a lot with the young hype players what's his name? The guy who got drafted and then went to Vegas and sniffed his life away and banged hookers. They just don't have the mentality to handle the talent. Talent can take you this far, but mentality can take you this far, and that's the thing. Yeah, and that's the truth of it. Everyone can fight until they get punched the first time. He's 25, sorry. 0-1 record. He doesn't have a lot of upside, nothing like his dad. No, he looks small, and apparently he doesn't have the mind game. We were talking about Rampage Jackson's son, yes. Frank Dukes was the greatest fighter ever. Can you please retract your statement? Frank Dukes was the greatest fight ever. He had what was it, 56 games, no, 56 matches knockout streak. Was it that? I think that was his record and one kumite. I'm not gonna watch the Adelson trial. You have heard this 25 times because I said it 25 times yesterday. I don't care about the Adelson case. It's not interesting to me. There's 20,000 other channels covering it. I'm not gonna touch it. I don't care about it. This is an antagonistic title. No, this is how you say not bad if you're from Massachusetts. It's actually a compliment to all the young women, sis, because you're saying, oh, she's a nutbag. And this is how you, Brandon, I know right now with all your escapades in Thailand, you're not really in the dating game. But if you ever swing by good old Baston again, just walk up to a lady and say, hey, nutbag. She will know brown chicken, brown cow, ticka, brown chicken, brown cow. Because apparently that's how you hook up with a lady in Baston. This is what I've been told by Bastonites. Well, you can hit the link and come on. I've sent you a link. No, his name was Frank Dux. He broke every record. He even broke records in tic-tac-toe while he was fighting. I bet you have ice skated into a few referees. No, but again, it's Baston. You don't need that much game, I've been told. I watched Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man yesterday. Never seen it before. He's such a... Okay. We Napoleon, you put me there. You started it. These guys are wearing that lightweight Japanese Kevlar. And apparently Marlboro Man is such a good shot that he can shoot the belt off a guy, but not once until the final fight does he think, let me just shoot them in the face where they don't have Kevlar. I'm calling bullshit. He wanted his friends to get murdered because he could have shot them in the face. I saw him shoot the gun out of the hand with a man who had his back turned to him, so he must have shot him through the body. He curved the bullet around his hand. Then he shot his belt off. But he couldn't shoot one of the bad guys in the face. Please. We all know that's bullshit. So he wanted his friends to get murdered. That's the only explanation I can come up with after watching that movie. And that helicopter with the minigun, I'm pretty sure, even though I've seen Airwolf, those helicopters doesn't have room for a minigun built into it. I'm just saying Marlboro Man didn't like his friends and he wanted them murdered, probably to keep all the money for himself. I don't know why people think he's the hero of that movie. I never laugh at Brandon. Yes, and it's a true story about Frank Dukes. Only positive comments are worth my precious time. You can just block him. Hit the 3 dots and block him. He wanted all the blue. And it's the same type of drugs that they reused in the new Penguin series, where you drip it into your eyeballs. I have a hard time enough. When I don't sleep enough, I get dry eyes, and I have a hard time enough just taking eye drops. Imagine that you have to. I would rather snort my drugs then. And I don't snort drugs. But at least there was a moral. They didn't sell drugs. And there was the exact amount of boobs that there needed to be in a 90s movie for it to be good. 4 boobs. 2 women, 4 boobs, not 4 boobs on 1 woman. So that saved it. It was a good 90s movie. Don't give him a big head. He'll start believing it. But as you all know, this week apparently is Donna Adelson week. There is potentially a case coming up tomorrow that Marissa had a little eye on, but I don't know if it's going to be televised. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and the only other thing I've seen so far today is day 4 in a former trooper current mayor trial where he hit someone with a car. I watched some of it. It's a lot of mumbling, so it's not that interesting. But there might be a case starting tomorrow, so we can start doing something again, because we don't like dilly-dallying. And of course, I could do like the rest of them and just put on and do the restreaming, but yeah. Marissa is batting 400. Is that good or bad? Is 400 good? I don't understand baseball, so I don't know if yeah, with his 56, I think it's 56 match undefeated streak. Imagine how many people have been in that kumite to begin with, because it's progresses one by one. It's good. Oh, well, Marissa has been good. Yes. Well, I can't do that because that would be promoting crime, and I'm not allowed to do that for Super Chats. Another thing, has any of you followed along with that Emmanuel Harrow thing out of, is it Arizona or where is it? That was I was trying to see what it was, where well, Master Ken is the new greatest, but Frank Dukes is still the greatest, most winning fighter, and he has the knockdown record with feet and hands. Because his parents, who were on TV and asking people to help them, the story was that he's a special needs kid. And his mom said that she was changing him, I believe, in the back of her car outside of a supermarket, and someone ran up and stole her baby. So they were asking people to help find this 7-month-old baby. But the mom and dad was arrested for it now. And apparently the dad was helping was out with investigators looking for the body in a remote field in California's Moreno Valley on Sunday, and that seems a little weird because they were arrested Friday, and this is a week after the mother had reported that Emmanuel had been kidnapped outside a store in, I don't know if this is real, I don't know how to pronounce it. And the authorities says they don't believe this was a kidnapping. And it seems really weird because she claimed that she was being assaulted by an unknown man while changing her son's diaper outside of the store and was left unconscious. And when she awoke, he was gone. And she later, confronted with inconsistencies in her initial statement, declined to continue with the interview, the sheriff's department said in a statement. In a statement on Friday that said, based on the evidence, investigators determined a kidnapping in Yakipa, I don't know, did not occur. It is believed Emmanuel is deceased and the search to recover his remains are ongoing. The dad, Jake, has already served time in 23 for felony willful child cruelty for something that happened back in 2018. So it's sadly it's California, so it won't be covered, but it seems like a horrible story. But they didn't find the body yesterday, so we still don't know what is happening. Well, The Quest is just a remake of Bloodsport, so it's kind of the same. Yeah, both of these children were disabled. Yes, Yukipa. I'll never figure it out. That case is one that is all sus. Yeah, it seems really. I can shoot you a link, Moa. You probably, I don't know if you're in a good mood today. If you probably dig deeper into it than me. I just read about it. Oh. I haven't. It's forever since I ever sent you a link, Mo. Check out the Bibb County stuff. Bibb County. I actually saw that Dark Side Phil. Yo, Mo.
Yep, I can hang for a little bit. I'm supposed to be on construction duty, or watching over construction, which I'm the wrong person to put in charge of, but I'm going to do my best.
But do you have more than what I have gathered that he went missing and this? Oh, someone just knocked me out.
So that's all that they've really let out so far. There has been stuff coming out that the father's car was looked through and things like that. But as far as any documentation actually coming out, like a probable cause affidavit or anything like that, I don't think anyone's gotten their hands on that yet. So we don't quite know what stopped this investigation from being, a missing child to a recovery. But I also think that many people are unaware, but should be aware. I don't know how many dumb parents need to be told this, but usually kidnapping, and especially a stranger kidnapping, is a case that will mobilize not only local agencies, but also federal agencies. There are, FBI usually agencies or offices in every state that have mobilization teams for just such a kind of an occasion as this.
Yeah, and Valhalla should watch the show. I just said it 5 minutes ago. But Jen, the couch fairy, says they found blood in the house under the carpet where they tried to clean it. I don't know if it's reported. I saw a stream last night while I woke up. So this morning, some local guy who had been out there, I can't remember his name, apparently a YouTuber who covers crimes, a Hispanic male, and he said there was more to the story from what he heard. But again, we're all creators, we all have sources, but not all of us have real sources. So I don't know, but apparently he talks to a lot of firefighters and police officers off record. So, and he said there was more to the story that is gonna come out. I saw him. I can't even remember. It was just random when I woke up this morning because, yeah,
As
I was
far as
just
I've seen, and I've just cycled through Law and Crime and the other places that I go to look for these true crime stories, there hasn't been any more, at least concrete stuff, coming out yet. But, we'll keep an eye on it.
yeah.
And
That's yeah. His name was Tira. I watched it. I'd never watched that channel before. Just disclaimer: I don't know him. I don't know how trustworthy his sources are. It could be Sean of the Gulf, where trust me, bro, I have a team of 5. I'm former DEA. Or it could be that he actually talks to EMTs and firefighters. We don't know. We just, hey, we run with. It's not a real show today. We're just chit chatting, so we don't know.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I don't have much more to add. I will say that this is becoming kind of a frightening thing as I've covered Mornings with Mo. I think this will be my second year coming up soon. I will say this trend of false abductions that lead to a horrific outcome is something that I think there'll be a reckoning about fairly soon. And I don't know what we'll do, but I do think that there's going to be a lot of skepticism now if a real abduction does happen.
And this is the problem. Who was that lady who got abducted and then she was actually banging her boyfriend? Was that in Tennessee or where was it?
The oh yeah, there was one in Georgia, and then there was that lady from Hawaii who just decided she needed to bug out of life for a couple days. Her
Oh
family
yeah,
thought
where
she had
dad went
been
to prison.
sent, and he went to heaven.
Oh, he went to heaven. Yeah, he self-deleted.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So I
because
have
they thought
no,
he did it, and then he self-deleted. Yeah, I hope she liked that one. That's imagine having that on your record.
yeah, I can't imagine that. But I will say that this is becoming a lot to the point where when I see one of these, like there's a child missing, I don't tend to cover it until it's a couple days in and we may have a little better read of what's going on.
Yeah, and I don't know why I automatically assumed it was Tennessee. I saw a guy carry a snake along a road in Tennessee, having a lady making up, well, I got abducted just so she could bang with her boyfriend. Wouldn't be the weirdest thing I've seen in Tennessee. That was the thing that, the thing Valhalla does with, it's just weird. It looks unhealthy. And he says, I look like a girl now. And it's really weird. He did not serve 6 months. He was suspended, sentenced, and was work released. He was locked up for 1 day. Oh, the dad in this case. Yeah, but again, if they have a history of child abuse, well, the dad has one. But did I read it right that the oldest kid who had brain damage was also something that happened? And she was 41 years old. He was 25 or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
I've been trying to. I know that these types of cases will really get me very, very upset. So until I get hard facts, I try not to get into them because I know it will just get me irritated. So, and I'll get emotional. And if I'm going to cover any of these trials, I have to kind of keep it on the facts. So I'm not. The snake was last year.
yeah, that was when we went home from Dollywood last year. I saw a guy come walking with a snake.
Oh, there's no telling what you'll see in Tennessee.
I'm not saying they're hillbilly, but it's a little bit of both. It's a very cosmopolitan university city and guys carrying snakes around.
It's the juxtaposition that makes it a great place to live.
It's what's who was it who said it's in the cracks that we find beauty? It wasn't Sarah
Yeah.
Boone, but
Oh, I was going to say Sarah Boone.
no, she just put gold in her cracks.
Ugh.
No, I talk about last year. I don't talk about the thing where you talk and then you stand and call yourself a girl. That's when you have the fed up boa out. That's just a weird thing to do, Valhalla. I just have to say it.
It
But
can be.
Valhalla said I should look at the thing in Bibb County. And I now hate Valhalla.
Oh, what's in Bibb County? I haven't.
Bibb County, Alabama. 7 individuals have been charged in a disturbing child sex abuse case that has shaken Bibb County. The charges involve crimes against children as young as 3 years old, including rape, human trafficking, and sexual torture. Authorities described the case as a shocking underground operation involving child sex abuse, human trafficking, and an underground bunker. 10 children has been identified as victims, and the 7 people charged are currently in custody at the Bibb County Jail. I hope they fall in the shower.
I hope.
Jody,
Oh my God. Do we have pictures of these genetic jackasses that should have been deleted when Darwin talked about evolution? I'm sorry.
your word is my command. No, your word is my command. So I'll can I play this? I can play this. Come on. I have to go to YouTube to get it in full. Stop making so much noise. Present, share screen, what we know. Boop,
Okay.
boop.
We are taking a deeper look into the suspects charged in the child sex abuse case that's rocking Bibb County. 7 people are charged with crimes involving children as young as 3, including rape, human trafficking, and sexual torture. ABC 3340's Gracie Johnson looked into the criminal backgrounds of the suspects, and what she found may surprise you. Gracie?
Brenda, I spent the day digging through court records to learn more about the 7 people now facing several disturbing.
That doesn't work for me. So she's a working girl?
What
I'm sorry. Yeah, and what in grandma's nightgown is her shirt?
I don't know. Her eyes are very close together, but that's just me. And
But her nose is too far to this side.
well, I would also like to caveat that I'm on a tremendous amount of Dayquil because my husband got me sick. But nothing.
That's called pregnant, Mo. It's not a sickness.
Fair point. What I will say is, could you not use your upbeat, happy little girl voice when we're talking about this? Like, could we hear a little bit of anger in your voice? Could we hear how disgusted you are about this? I know you're supposed to be neutral, but not neutral to the point of lacking human feeling.
I would probably go in something. I have been spending all day combing through the criminal records, and this is what I found. I wouldn't be, hey, you guys, I've been looking at these absolutely Smortions of human beings. And do you know what I found? You'll never guess it. A
Yeah,
crime
it's just like
spree.
it's almost like they're talking about like one of those local interests, like, when the ducks are hungry, candy at grandma's candy
Grandma's.
kitchen make them happy.
We will now go to local duck farmer Valeria Avads. Hello, Valavad awaits. How do you feed your dogs? I feed them beer and I killed 3 ducks on camera last year. Up, whoops. Turn back. Brandon, I would smash anything. As we say in Denmark, I'm thick behind the ears. That means that you have so much built up that you.
Disturbing charges. Shockingly, most of them have no serious criminal history in the state of Alabama prior to the child sex abuse investigation.
I'm trying not to
Authorities
do it.
in Bibb County say the details of this case are unlike anything they've ever seen. An alleged underground operation involving child sex abuse, human trafficking, and a hidden bunker. 10 children have been identified as victims so far, and 7 adults are behind bars.
Some of the victims, the offenders, were their parents and different relatives and things like that.
I spent the day digging through court and criminal records.
Monsieur Neckbeard, what looks like a low-level gangster.
Yeah.
Trying to learn more about who
Oh,
I just said I would
I
do anyone, Brandon. I retract that statement.
I would also like to say that I no longer want key lime pie for dessert.
He's playing this sick card all the time, Brandon. In reality, he went to Thailand and he had a small infection after an encounter with a local, well, to be found out, not Lady of the Night. So he's just milking it. Like he milked that guy.
who these suspects are. Most of them
But
had
not an
no
orca.
serious criminal history in Alabama.
So these are the suspects. Ugh.
Baker, I have a palate cleanser I'm going to send to you because I think it will help you in private chat.
Just it's not. I hope it's not my favorite witness who talked about heroin. That got I made a short
No,
and
it's
it's demonetized.
it's about animals.
Is it Valhalla when he killed those 3 dogs?
No, it's more aquatic.
Oh. Trainers at Marine Zoo takes extreme measures to stop killer whale from mating with his mother. Perverse new low. What the hell?
Yeah, you thought your job was bad. Trainers
it's in
at a marine
France.
zoo in southern France say they have to manually stimulate a male killer whale once a month to prevent him from inbreeding with his mother. The mother and son orcas are being cared for at Marineland Antibes. Look, I don't French. While a new home is
Antibes.
being found for the pair.
In France, you don't pronounce s's in the end of words, so it'll be Antibes, probably.
Then why would they put an S at the? Just trying
Why
to
do
confuse
you have
me.
so many L's in Colonel?
I don't know.
Why do you
Why
have
do
an
some
L in
countries
Salmon?
put U's in color? I don't know.
Well-
We were cheap and we spell how we do stuff. So rebels.
How do the site is closed to visitors in January as it prepares to comply with a new French law banning whales from appearing in marine zoo performances. The French government and animal rights groups has yet to agree where Wiki and Kijo should be moved, leaving the aquatic mammals in limbo. La, da, 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 da. After aerial
A-
videos captured August 12th by marine activist group Tidebreaker surfaced showing a trainer grasping Kijo's flipper while another stimulated him as he wiggles around in the water, it is necessary to relieve his tensions as he reaches maturity. Jesus Christ.
How would you like that job? So, honey, how was your day? Well, I got to snorkel. And
I
it's a
got
two-man
just
job, Baker. It's a two-man job.
well, it's because he needs that comfort handshake where
I know, but how do you look
someone is
Frank in the
holding its
eye
flipper
after
while it's
that
coming.
shift?
Yeah. Frank, can you do the rubbing this time? Nope. I am Flipper Patrol. I have used this line on women. Yes, I have said to women, I'm reaching maturity. You need to relieve my tension. And again, 2 months in prison is worth it.
In order to avoid inbreeding with his mother, but also to prevent them from fighting or injuring each other, Marineland has decided to stimulate, him to relieve him of his tensions. The zoo told the outlet. It's natural and totally painless for the animals. I know, but what about the therapy the coworkers need? I mean,
It performs the
France's
what?
ecology ministry.
It's once a month. It's yeah, who was sitting in the office saying he's reaching adulthood and he's giving his mom that eye.
They caught his National Geographics at the bottom of the pool, along with the Sears catalog. They knew something had to be done.
What do you think works? What about could we give him some medicine? Nah, doesn't really work on them. How about jacking him off once a month while someone holds his flipper? Oui, oui. Pour la
And they
France.
had to take it to legal. You know they did. Like, okay, so this is our new standard operating procedure. And the lawyer's like, and where so for tug and twist? What? Wait a minute, what are we doing here?
How much pressure are you going to apply? We have to run this by Greenpeace. Is it appropriate? Will you be using a flashlight?
The whale has to flipper wave consent before and after. What is going on?
Give us the most insane story going on in Denmark right now. A left-wing politician's calling for the death of soldiers.
Oh,
Yeah. As a former killer whale trainer, I've seen this behavior performed for anything other than attempting semen collection for use in artificial insemination. I wouldn't want this job. Oh, he's
yeah.
inbred.
Yeah, he's inbred, but what the woman is saying is that she's never seen this kind of procedure done to relieve tension. She's seen it done to collect little orca swimmers so that they could make more orcas, but he's like inbred to the point of, maybe not knowing the water is wet.
So he doesn't have flippers. He has feet because he's that inbred.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because inbred people get flippers, so inbred whales probably get feet. Mom, am I like the other kids? Sure you are, little Kijo. Just let the nice man hold your flipper and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. So, that was the weirdest story I found today. And I figured it'd be a palate cleanser from that. Well,
Yeah,
the horrible reality
Valhalla
story.
is not as nice as you are finding stories. Given the newest edition of Hostlorca. Ever watched the movie Orca?
No, I watched Free Willy.
Orca's way better. They kill people in that one.
Well,
And
yeah,
it's
had I
really
realized that at 9 and been in charge of my own movie rentals.
well, it's Mm.
Again, who has these ideas? You know what would make the dolphins listen better? Tension
Well,
relief.
whenever my wife wants me to remember the honey-do list, she'll just fold the laundry, and I'll remember to do the honey-do list. Oh, how do you jack off a dolphin? It's, no, orca is a Jaws ripoff where it's a killer whale that hunts.
Oh, didn't
It's
they steal a
amazing.
baby? I think I saw it once. Didn't like they steal the orca baby so the orca mom goes hell mad?
I think they
And
kill it. I can't.
oh yeah, I remember being on the orcas side. I was like, screw humanity, let the orcas rule.
And again, that house that it attacks, where it has that's on the longest pillars down into the water, thinnest pillar, and this orca is just burp, and it falls into. I'm not saying they deserve to die, but I'm just saying the gene pool didn't get shallower when we lost these people because they weren't smart. Yeah, Orca is the best Jaws ripoff. It's way better than any of the Jaws sequels. No, Orca came out in, I believe, the year after. Jaws is 77, right? And Orca is 78. Oh, am I wrong?
I am not sure about that.
I'm not sure either. But, Mo, it's been an hour of
Yep.
nutbaggery, and I'm going to let people go and watch Not Wendy Adelson while I go watch the end of La Vuelta España and see if
Ooh,
a Danish guy wins today. And
good luck for the Danes.
Mads Pedersen, woohoo! And hopefully something picks up tomorrow. I might have to go somewhere and, long story, do something for my brother. My brother he was on vacation this weekend, had his
Mhm.
sunglasses stolen, but had
Oh
ordered new
no.
glasses for his other pair of sunglasses. But because he has the old school Ray-Ban from when it was still Ray-Ban who owned the Ray-Ban, they don't fit with the new ones. So now I have to go tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I have to go to another city where he's driving through because he's going to work in Copenhagen, get his glasses, go back to the optician, get glasses in that, and then I'll have to go meet his girlfriend later because she's going to the same place because they're going on vacation again next weekend. It's way too much. Jaws was 75 and Orca was 77. I knew one of them was 77.
And
So
I'll be covering tomorrow after construction duty. I'll be covering the Wolfenberger case because it's taking a while to get through the copious levels of bull puckery that is that trial.
what's on the pizza? I'm having wraps tonight. I had pizza yesterday with some chicken on it. Why does he
Ooh,
know I had pizza yesterday?
he has eyes on you, Baker. He and Siri are working together.
Do you think that it wasn't a ladyboy in Thailand, but a ladyboy in Denmark?
Stranger things have happened.
I wouldn't put it past Brandon
It
going to
is
Denmark.
2025.
Yeah, and he's still as degenerate as he was in 2024. But we're not
I like it. He
degenerates.
doesn't change.
Yeah. Will you be doing Wolfenberger later today too?
Not today. They're going to be doing construction in my room all day. But then tomorrow I'm going to be doing some long days because I do want to look at the Paul Carancino hearing and the Holly Bobo case. There were a couple of hearings. I was going to look at some disparate hearings and get into those because I'm kind of wanting to do the Donna thing when not everyone's covering it as well.
And again, 95% of all the testimony in that trial has been said before. So it's better just to go in and make fun of the parts that's new. But everyone, go out and enjoy life, and see you tomorrow. And go follow Mo because
Thank you
she's a
so
good
much.
egg.
Have a great
Maybe
day.
Val the mod can share her link. What? I only share links to my own page because I want to hurt a duck.
What?
exhibit are you referring to?
I'm going to make this 100, Your Honor.
All right.
100.
100.
Because it is 100%
100%.
correct.
Objection, Your Honor.
So you literally built a cannon?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
All right, I'm in love.
Go back. Please do that again. Oh, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
While I'm waiting for this, did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't have cared?
No,
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
no,
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
probably did. Everybody has.
So there-
Everybody has.